Howdy, y'all. It's Scumbag Flanders coming at you. Safe and sound from Texas, where we have no earthquakes and major natural disasters other than the hurricane and occasional tornado, which are devastating in their own right. But anyways, I'm a little concerned for you guys, some of you guys, about your experiencing what you're experiencing over there. Specifically, those who are being pressured, or those who feel the need to evacuate, either just somewhere locally or to get out of the whole country altogether, and then the other people who feel like you're cowards for doing so. No matter what, you're gonna make a decision and you're gonna go with that. But still, people's words hurt, and it could cause a whole lot more stress. It just depends on how you feel. But I truly believe ultimately, everybody else can express their opinion, and everything's going to be different per person. And a lot of people are just talking out of some, idealistic, not fantasy, but it's just what they think is right, because maybe their own personal beliefs and personal situations aren't as bad as yours, or everybody's got different things going on, and you can't say what's good for you is good for them. So really, you're gonna have to just turn those people off. Just turn them off. Somehow be able to take their opinions at face value, and I'm just like, oh, okay, well, all right, well, thanks for commenting, that kind of thing. If you feel so, get out and follow your guts always. It's just been my experience personally, and here I go. Follow your gut instinct, and it's usually your first thing, whether it be a cheating girlfriend or I don't know what. Always just follow your guts. Generally, your intuition will serve you well, young Padawans. Anyway, so and as far as really panicking about the news, I would say Twitter, and not so much, maybe somewhat Facebook, but mostly Twitter is your best bullshit checker. Watch the news, and if there's something that really, really disturbs you, or causes you to pause for concern, get on Twitter and look, start following some people that live in different regions, because they're the eyes on the ground. And yeah, they may not have any PhDs in nuclear physiology or physicists, but physics, but still, they're on the street, they're in the area, and they know what's going on. I mean, they can tell you at least, yes, there was another earthquake or an aftershock. The news is reporting that buildings are on fire, and dogs and cats living together, mass hysteria. You can check Twitter and say, yeah, I'm from this region, it was a quake, but everything's fine, no big deal, etc., etc. It's I haven't really been watching the news much, but the other morning I turned on Fox, and it was just ridiculous. Man, those guys are like actors, and they're sitting there, I can almost see them with a script, taking the news bites, and it's like, acting over emotional about something, and it's ridiculous. And then CNN will apparently just throw out first thing they hear without checking, necessarily if it's how accurate or whatever, the validity of what they're saying. They just want to be the first ones with the news. So you just got to take it all carefully. And I have an uncle. He's I'm not sure what his degree is. What he's a smart fella. He worked in the 90s for pretty much the whole decade in Nevada on a nuclear waste storage site in the desert. Job was to monitor, radiation levels, for the environment, as well as what's the word? Environment for personnel as well as nature and all that. So he knows what he's talking about. And then now his current job is a safety, radioactive emergency safety instructor for the state of Texas. The activity going on now, if there is any kind of breach in the safeties, and there is radioactivity being emitted from any of the reactors, a withdrawal distance of a minimum, and this is American standards, a minimum of 12 miles is sufficient, apparently. That's not to say it's foolproof, but this is what our scientists seem to think, and I'm not exactly sure if it's policy. I think it's policy, but this is what we practice. And check out Hikosaemon's blog. I'll try to put a link below. And he's got links to the U.S., UK, New Zealand, and Australian embassies, and they're all pretty much jiving here. They're all on the same page, and they're suggesting the same thing. So don't go running out with your hair on fire, freaking out with what Fox News and other agencies are saying. Let's get some scientific, hard governmental concrete, advice, not coming from emotion and honestly a pocketbook. These guys got to sensationalize everything so they can get the advertisers and make some money. But anyway, so 12 miles is a minimum. So now I believe they're suggesting 80 kilometers, which is apparently quite the comfort cushion. Just for the people that live there. Now they're not even talking about what's being emitted into the atmosphere, if any, so far. And if that's the case, the wind's got to take it around and for it to be global, it's got to get up into the jet stream to be taken around the whole world. And my uncle says, if that's the case, then it won't be so bad. Sure, the Earth emits its own radioactivity in places and stuff, but that's natural. We did this to ourselves. And of course, anything above and beyond what the Earth emits, it's just not natural, not cool. But it is what it is. We have to have our Nintendos, and we got to have our PS3s and computers and all that. So this is the price we kind of pay. And not to say we deserve it, but we got it coming. But anyway, so the stuff that would be emitted, by the time it's dispersed, it will be that dispersed and diluted. And not to say it won't cause any harm or whatever, like I say, because it's not even supposed to be there in the first place, but it is, so it won't be as bad. It's not going to be like literally sitting next door to one of the reactors taking a full dose. So right now, just if you're far enough away, you know, if you're beyond that 80-kilometer pushing, you know, yeah, take precautions. You know, don't expose yourself unduly. And if you're, you know, if you have the means, get out. You know, go somewhere. Go over the next mountain range or something where, you know, the wind and the stuff is being blocked, perhaps. You know, I'm not saying abandon, you know, everything, but, you know, just why not? You know, protect yourself. And if you're even closer than all that, you know, definitely volunteer, present yourself to be evacuated if you can't do it on your own. And don't be a burden on the scarce local resources, and, you know, just do it. You know, might as well, to be safe, and come back and clean up later. It would be worth it in the long run. But, you know, don't panic. If you're far enough away, you're okay for the moment. You know, keep your eyes on legitimate news sources from your embassies, from your governments, and then double check any local happenings with, honestly, to be honest, Twitter. You know, get on there. You know, that's pretty much on the spot, up to date. You know, what's going on, and at the very least, you'll know if, you know, you need to get the hell out if there's like a gas main leak or something. But you're doing okay. Don't be down on yourself. Don't be hard on yourself. Everybody's going to be different. Everybody has their own thing going on, and you cannot compare yourself to someone else. And you know, you can make an opinion. Everybody has one. This is mine. But, you know, you should not feel emotional about it and get down and chastise anybody for doing what they feel is right. What's good for one is not good for the other. Good for the goose is good for the gander and all that. So, no matter what you do, it's the right choice. So, that's pretty much it. Just be safe, be calm, take it day by day, moment by moment. Don't stop living, go about your life. Just be vigilant, be aware of your surroundings. And we'll be pulling for you over here, making donations, and hopefully, in my case, get to actually go there and help. Waiting for the call. We're waiting and waiting, so we'll see what happens. So this is...
おやすみなさい、汚れバックフランダーさん。